In my previous video, I told you about a new software called the Counting Worksheet Generator, and today I want to go into the pricing and what the different app sales have to offer. Hello home bosses, my name is Nuria Korbi from thehomeboss.com. Welcome to my channel, which is all about helping you to make money online from self-publishing. So I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video where I announced the new Counting Worksheet Generator software, which helps us create counting workbooks in the educational niche. And these kind of books are very popular, as I showed you in my first video. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the pricing of this software, and after that I will talk a little bit about the kind of books that you can create, and I will go through some ideas. Let's talk about the pricing first. So this product launched Friday the 18th, which was yesterday, and it's going to have a launch period until Monday. So Monday the price will go up, and at the moment you can buy the front end for $47, and that will go up to $97 on Monday. The OTO1, which stands for one-time offer 1, is at $67 at the moment and will go up to $97. The one-time offer 2 is at $97 at the moment, and that will increase to $147 on Monday. And then there's the third upgrade, which is $67 at the moment, and that will go up to $97 when the launch ends, which is on Monday. So if you're considering buying this, now is really the best time because the prices will go up after that. I showed you what this software can do yesterday in my previous video, and today I want to just clarify what you're actually getting for each part of the software. So the front end is the actual software. You have to buy the front end if you want to create these kind of counting worksheets, because I had questions last time we had a similar launch where people said, what if I only buy the second upgrade, or what if I only buy the third upgrade? And unfortunately the app doesn't work with only an upgrade. The actual app is the front end of the app, and the first, the second and the third upgrades are just upgrades. That means you get some extras with the software. So whatever you do, the front end is the software that creates these worksheets. And for $47, that is a bargain at the moment, because you can create some really fantastic worksheets just with that part of the app itself. I'll show you what it includes. So this is a summary of all the things that this app can do for you, and there is quite a lot there, so I'm not going to go through the whole lot, but you're welcome to pause the video and to read through it, because this will tell you exactly what you're getting with the front end of the app. And then there are the upgrades, or the bonuses as I call them, and they are really worth it if you are planning on creating a lot of these kind of books in educational niches, because they really help you create outstanding books and they make the process a lot easier. So what do you get with the upgrades? So there's the first upgrade, the OTO1, and that gives you unlimited downloads per month. With the front end, you get 100 downloads per month, which is still really good, because one download doesn't mean you're just downloading one sheet and that is one download. You can download your whole book, so you can have 100 pages, 200 pages, and if you download them all in one go, that is classed as one download. So you can see 100 downloads a month is already a lot of worksheets that you can download. You might be able to manage with that. But the first upgrade also gives you options to download the files in PowerPoint in case you want to use that. If you're not using Canva, you can use PowerPoint to design your books. And it also gives you an unlimited color palette option for the text blocks. You can create books in color, and I think for this type of book that would be a really good idea. The one thing that I think is really important, and this upgrade offers that, is the upload functionality that allows you to upload your own images. I thought that was a really good idea to include that in the app, and I would buy the first upgrade just for that alone, because I think that if you can upload your own images, you can make some really special activity books with that. It also gives you high quality counting worksheets based on number lines. It gives you the premium skip counting worksheets based on number lines. So there are different types of activities that you can create. And there are some advanced design features as well. I'll let you read through this. You can pause the video if you want to take your time. I think that if you're going to get any of the upgrades, this is the one that I would choose. So this obviously depends on your budget. If you can buy all the upgrades, then obviously that is fantastic, because you are going to be able to create some really good books with that. But if you can only afford one upgrade, then this is the one I would choose, the OTO one, because it just gives you so much more functionality and you can create so many more types of exercises, and the fact that you can upload your own images, that is really worth it. The other upgrades are, of course, a cherry on the cake if you want to get them, because the second upgrade gives you 100 artistic layouts for premium worksheets, and they are really good. I mean, I had a look at them and they are fantastic. They're really good. It just saves you time looking for other images that you can upload yourself. And then the OTO3 gives you 300 more illustrations. All of that is, of course, very helpful. And if you have the budget for it, then the front-end app with the upgrades is, of course, the best solution. But if you have a limited budget, then the front-end alone is already a really good program to help you create these kind of books. And if you can only afford one of the upgrades, I would go for the first one, because that is the one that really offers you the most functionality for the app. So those are the prices for all the upgrades and for the app. And if you have any questions, leave them below the video. I will probably make another video going over questions that you have. So if there is anything that you need more information about, let me know in the comments below. And now I wanted to talk about the kind of books that you could make with this app, because of course you can make activity books and you can make counting books. And we saw in yesterday's video how popular these type of books are and how well they're selling on Amazon. So it's a really good market to get into. You know that I'm always talking about the educational niches, and I love making books like that. And I think they are a really good seller in the sense that they sell all year round and they're evergreen. But you can also create different types of books that are niched. And I just wanted to give you 5 ideas that I've come up with that should get you started with this. And the first idea that I've got for you is a story-based counting book. So imagine combining captivating stories with the fun of counting. A child could count the numbers of, for example, magical creatures in a fairyland, or explore numbers through superhero adventures, or even learn maths on a pirate ship. So there are so many possibilities, allowing for education and entertainment to go together. Or you could make a story interactive by giving the child a counting worksheet exercise to do at regular intervals to read the next part of the story. So they can only continue reading the book if they count correctly. That's one of the ways that I'm going to use these books, by making story-based counting books. And I find them really interesting, and I think they're a good idea. So how could you do that? Well, you could have a time travel adventure counting book where you're counting through different historical eras, learning about ancient civilizations or medieval times or futuristic landscapes. Or you could do a space exploration journey through the solar system, counting planets, moons and stars, all the while learning about the universe. And you could also combine that with fantasy creatures quest. an enchanted journey where kids count dragons, unicorns and mermaids while unraveling mystical tales. So you could have all these ideas in a children's storybook or even in a children's picture book, because these exercises, don't forget, they're for very young children. So I would say they're good for children between the ages of 2 and 6, something like that. And of course, every child is different, so you might want to adapt that. But you can make these kind of books for little toddlers because they're very, very easy books. You just have to count very simple numbers. And you can make them slightly more difficult by adding the story or making the numbers a little bit higher. So you can adapt this to a few ages, but they tend to be for younger children. The second idea would be an activity book with counting exercises. So instead of just making a counting book, you can combine your counting exercises with other activities. So they wouldn't be your typical counting books. Think of mazes, for example, where children have to count steps, spot the difference games involving numbers, or coloring pages that bring math to life. And there's a really good opportunity with this software to create coloring pages, and not only coloring pages but combining them with counting. So by engaging children in activities, we make learning numbers a hands-on experience that's more fun and stimulating. And you can include lots of counting worksheets that you can create on the software. How would that look in practice? Well, you could do a count and cook book. So you can combine recipes that require children to count ingredients, teaching numbers through the joy of cooking. So you would have to make it really, really simple, but you can base your activity on the idea of cooking or on the idea of recipes. Or you could have a nature scavenger hunt activity book. So kids could be counting leaves or insects or birds in various nature-themed puzzles and explorations. Or you could make a building block challenge. So you could engage children with counting through building and construction, employing blocks and shapes. So you can see how an activity book could be niched as well. And there are so many ideas that you can think of for this. The third idea would be to make a counting book for specific interests or hobbies. So you could create a counting book for specific interests. So you could create a book that counts the wheels on trucks for children that are interested in trucks and cars and vehicles of any kind. Or you could create a counting book for kids that love ballet dancing or dancing in general. So this approach appeals to children's unique interests. By tapping into children's interests and hobbies, we can make counting more relatable and exciting. So, for example, you could have an animal parade book counting different farm or zoo animals that enjoy various hobbies like dancing, painting, or playing instruments. So you can combine the love of certain animals in a child with the love of dancing or painting. So you can really target those kind of interests. Or you could make a book that's about toy counting fun. So you could explore numbers through familiar toys like blocks, stuffed animals, cars, yo-yos, any kind of toys that children love. You could make a book about and get them to count them. Or you could make simple sports counting books. So they could count basic sports objects like balls, bats, goals with playful illustrations and easy to understand language. Another idea, number 4, would be multicultural counting books. And I like these kind of books because you could be exploring numbers through different cultures. So multicultural counting books can introduce children to global perspective, or you could count in Spanish while exploring Spanish or Latin American cuisine, or learn to count in Swahili on a virtual safari. So there are so many unique counting experiences that can foster linguistic and cultural appreciation. Ideas for those kind of books could be like a world's favorite food book. So you would be counting delicious treats from around the world, like sushi from Japan, tacos from Mexico, and pizza from Italy. So you can teach kids to count, but you can also teach them where these foods come from, or you could teach them to say them in a different language. You could also make an Animal Friends Around the Globe book, so that would be exploring and counting various friendly animals from different countries, like kangaroos from Australia, pandas from China, and elephants from India, for example. And that way they learn counting and they learn geography and what the different animals are. And you could make a Dress Up Around the World book. So that would be by exploring and counting traditional clothing from different cultures, like kimonos from Japan, lederhosen from Germany, and saris from India. And each page can feature cheerful illustrations of children or even animals wearing these outfits, turning it into a colorful and educational experience. And then the fifth idea I have is for seasonal and thematic counting books. And that is basically niching down your books or offering seasonal books. So from counting snowflakes in winter to Halloween creatures or Easter eggs, these kind of books can celebrate various holidays and themes, and you can target those niches and those seasons as well. And they're just lovely for children to learn and engage during those festive days. So for example, you could make a Counting at the Beach book. Kids can explore numbers through seashells, waves, and sandcastles during the summer season. This would be a good book to make for the summer holidays, for example. Or you could make an Autumn Harvest book, which is a book about counting apples, pumpkins, leaves, basically enjoying the colors and themes of autumn. And you could also make a spring garden book, so they could be counting flowers, butterflies, and raindrops. That would help them celebrate the beauty of a garden, but you can also teach them other things at the same time. So it wouldn't just be a counting book, but you can teach several things in one book. So by embracing creativity and thinking beyond traditional concepts, you can craft books that are not only educational but also incredibly engaging, because kids love color, they love to see images, and this app can really create some stunning books in color or in black and white, whichever way you want to create them. So I hope this has helped you in your decision a little bit. If you have any questions at all about the app, please leave them below this video. I'm going to make another video answering your questions and maybe going into more ideas, and also telling you about the bonus that I'm offering with this software if you buy through my link. The first bonus I'm offering is the low content book creation guide, and that is a really comprehensive guide for anybody who wants to make any type of low content books, and it's showing you how to make quality books, how to think of the ideas and the niches. There is a lot of information in there, and that's 48 pages. And I'm creating another bonus for you, which is the idea starter, and that will also be included, and that is focused on counting worksheet books. So this will be completely focused on the software that you're buying in terms of finding niches, finding ideas, because I think that sometimes when you buy software like this, you have an idea of a book you want to create, but then you run out of ideas, and what you really want to do is you want to create several books in several niches, and the idea starter is really going to help you with creating books that are a little bit different from the books that are already out on Amazon. So I hope you found all this helpful, and tomorrow I will talk more about the bonuses and I will be answering your questions. And thank you so much for watching. See you soon.